giving the cringe, honey. It was giving the Lulu. Girl, was that me? Hey, boo. Do you have something to chat? Welcome to my channel. I am Jade. And from the title of the video, you will see that we'll be chatting a little bit about our year and how far we have came and what is the resolution for the next year, like what we're actually going to do. A little bit about me. So I am Jade. I'm a mother of 3, married, white picket fence. No, I'm just kidding. I wish, but yeah, and I love anything fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. So at this channel, you are going to get a little bit of everything, but most importantly, you're going to get inspiration. You're going to get like a living testament of affirmations that have been embedded in me and what I lived through today to not only have a successful career, but to be a successful mom, to have a successful marriage, which all these things are pending, right? But we are working together to make sure that we reach the end goal of being successful. Let's kind of reflect. Like, I think this is a great time to reflect. Like, it's the end of the year. I feel like the end of the year is when we try to like do all this loving and giving back and, you know, want to be like family oriented. And I thought about it the other day, like, why are we not doing this throughout the year? Like, why do we wait till the end of the year to be like, oh my God, I love my family. I want to give back. I want to give back to the community. I want to like, you know, show love and like be around and like be immersed in the holiday and like be very thankful, be very happy. Like, to think about it is a little cringe because I would say, and I don't know if this resonates with you, but I would say like, I feel in the past, I felt like my most like giving and like my most like being endowed and like love and giving love to other people and being immersed of just like actually feeling human towards the holidays. And it could be a good thing, but it's like not a good thing because that should be something that we're doing throughout the year. So I would say like, let's do better at that. Let's just like spread love throughout the year and not just wait till the holidays. Back to the topic. So to kind of like reflect on myself and my journey in my life 11 months ago. To be quite frank, 11 months ago, your girl I was like a cookie that just like you bit it and it was so damn old that it would just crumble. Like I was crumbling, y'all. I'm not even going to fake it. Like what the kids say, I'm not gonna cap. Like it was giving crumbles. It wasn't giving cookie crumbles. It was crumbly. And man, like I was just like, I really felt like I was truly trying to find myself again. Like I do have 3 kids. Like, so your girl was literally getting lost in the sauce. Like, and I was trying to find balance, if I must say. Balance in having kids, balance in being married. You know, I've been married for about a year now. So my anniversary was in July. So we made it by a thread. But all in all, everything is good. And just trying to navigate on being a wife. I've never been a wife before. Maybe in my past life, I've been a wife. But my goals for this year was to be more of an active mom. So I am a working mom. So that was like one of my goals to like literally be in any and everything I can with my kids, whether it's like academics, sports, like parent-teacher conferences, like being engaged with their school, you know, trunk or treat, like being more engaged with my children. Another one was to kind of like focus on, you know, making relationships, whether it's like my marriage, friendships, relationships with my family, like make a more healthier environment for that. Because I think it was like times where I just tend to like throw things off and I'm like, oh, like this person did this to me, so I'm just not going to engage with them. I'm not going to talk to them. Like I feel like therapy helps a lot. And then another thing was I'm a small business owner, and I say that with a grain of salt because one day I will be very, very big. So it was to get back into my business and flourish and be consistent. So speaking of my small business, this is my boo, it's my baby. So this is KZ Cosmetics. So it's pronounced KZ. I love makeup. Makeup is like me. and eye and makeup. So the name is actually my son's name. His name is Kaden, but I incorporated his last name, which starts with a Z, and then KZ. So we are a cosmetic company. We sell vegan and cruelty-free cosmetics, and we are known for our lip combos, as you can tell. I feel like my response will resonate with so many people, not just myself, but I feel like this year, one of my goals and what I've accomplished, and I feel like I've accomplished, through the Lord, is self-love and self-worth. Identifying that and ensuring that that is like literally embedded in me was like the most like important thing to me. After having like 3 kids and like being married and being in a relationship for a very long time, like I feel like I've lost myself. And now this year I was like, I am claiming the throne back. I'm not playing any games. I'm putting myself first because, if mama not good, nobody's good. So I feel like now I wholeheartedly love myself to the point like, hey, I know you need help, and I know that, you need my attention and you need me to, tend to you, but like, let me get myself together first. And then, I can give you my all. Because honey, if I'm not together, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna show up as my best, okay? I'm gonna be very like withdrawn just because I'm not whole within. And that was important to me. And I feel like I accomplished it. And to answer the second half of the question, I would say to put in a little bit more perspective about my goals and what I've accomplished and what I look forward to in the new year is to not get too comfortable. I don't ever want to get too comfortable to the fact that I'm like, oh, what I was doing, this is great. I don't need to do any more, any less, like this is good. Like, no, like good is fine, but better and the best is like, we want to be exceptional. And that's why I want to be exceptional. I don't want to get too comfortable with thinking like, oh, it's fine. Like, I'm just reading a quote and like, I'm just doing work and, at least I'm showing up every day. I want to be able to show up as my best honey. Okay. Like yesterday is not today. So I want to be better than yesterday. And I don't want to get too comfortable with yesterday and bring that into the next day. So I think that's like what I'm going to bring into the new year. And I'm going to be consistent with it. Like, I'm not going to be like, I'm going to work on it. I'm going to try, because like saying those words, like, I don't feel like I'll actually like do it. It was just like, oh, I'll do the bare minimum. We don't want to do the bare minimum. I don't want to be comfortable. Like, I want to succeed. In order to succeed, I have to be consistent and not procrastinate. So in the new year, we're definitely going like full throttle, 2.0, all the way to 10.0, whatever you want to call it. I feel like 11 months ago, like, man, I feel like I was on a hill and I was like tumbling down the hill. Like, I was not seeing a straight path going down the hill. It was like I was skiing without like the actual skis. Like, it was like no direction. Like, to be fairly honest, like, I am going to be super honest. Like, I feel like I was just bobbing and weaving everything. And I feel like it was a very, very trying time for me. Like, I've noticed that I shifted my focus and I've learned to like not be too hard on myself. I did a lot of assuming, which is not good, which I feel like that leads you to like depression, always overthinking, and also making assumptions for things that's not really like there. It was given the Lulu. And now I feel like since I've given my life fully to the Lord, and I'm like, you know what, I am going to lead by faith and not by sight. I think that helped a lot tremendously. I feel like I went through a lot of hardship to the point I was just like, I don't know where to turn. And something just clicked in my head like, girl, just turn to God. Like, you have to, because when it's all said and done, like, I can't, like, my friends are not my therapist, right? My parents are not my therapist. My family's not my therapist. Like, I could be consuming them with so much of my hardships where it's like, okay, no one has the answers, but I know who had the answers. So I redirected my life to God. And I would say 11 months ago, your girl was down bad. Like, I was down bad. Like, I was just like, man, like, if it wasn't for like where I am now and the perspective that I have now, like, I wouldn't even tell you where I would be. Like, I would probably be somewhere, and I would not wish this on anyone, but I would be like super uber depressed, like very low self-esteem, low confidence, like really just hanging out to dry, really. And now I just feel like I feel better because, to be honest, I was burnt out. I was super burnt out with just trying to be being a pleaser, because I mean, I am a people pleaser, like, I must say. But coming out of all that, I feel like, man, like, sitting right here 11 months ago, I would say, like, your girl did a 360. I did a 360. Now I'm like, ooh, who was that girl? Was that me? It's giving the cringe, honey. But now I just feel like I could cringe at that, but also I could identify the growth in that. And I would rather look back and be like, oh, wow, I see the growth, versus like, I don't know who the girl is. I'm not claiming her. Like, I'm claiming her because she is the reason why I'm here today. So I am reapplying my lip gloss. This is Boss Gloss by Kizzy Cosmetics in the color Cashmere. Love it. This is great for a lip combo. Love it, love it, love it. For the new year, key things to take into account and make sure that we apply during the new year would be, first, also making sure that we are wholesome inside and out. I know a lot of people want to ensure that they look good on the outside, body is banging, pictures is looking crisp and scoped out, but let's just change that up a little bit and take that in internally. So I think for me, the most part about this year, what I've identified by myself, like, I have been incorporating good, healthy routines, but haven't been consistent. No. And what we're gonna do, tell the truth. So what I want to incorporate in the new year is to make sure that I not only look good on the outside, but I also do in the inside. So making sure that health-wise, I'm consuming healthy foods. I'm cutting back and or eliminating sugars, too many carbs, anything that has a lot of too much. Like, obviously we can consume so much, and sometimes we have to consume things in moderation. So just making sure that I have a great balance, healthy life, and that I not only look good on the outside, but the inside as well. Another thing is to lock in, and if I'm going to do something, I need to do it. Oftentimes throughout this year, I noticed that I procrastinate a lot. And I know that a lot of people have diagnoses for the things, but like, let's not continue to self-diagnose, because I think that when we do self-diagnoses, we tend to like be like, oh, yeah, I'm diagnosed with this, so this is why I do that. And then it's something that enables us to continue to do it because we've self-diagnosed ourselves. Like, I know Google is like good for a lot of things, but like, let's not like self-diagnose ourselves with like having ADHD and things of the nature simply because you are a procrastinator or you just want to be lackadaisical in doing things. And I noticed that I've done that a lot. And nobody wants to identify something that's really truly not there because we don't have the best practices. So procrastination is one. In the new year, let's not procrastinate. If you say you're gonna do something, you have a checklist, you have something, that notepad that you've written down, let's get it done. Because if you are working on something, you said January 1st I want to do something, and then look back, it's December 1st and it has not been done, but you keep blowing it off, and then now you're trying to rush and do it before the new year is up, you're only stressing yourself out. And yeah, it's good to work under pressure, but why you want to put yourself under all that pressure? Why you want to put yourself on all this scrutiny of getting something done, and then the delivery is going to be very poor, it's giving, the quality is not good? Let's just not procrastinate, and let's just get it done. If it's supposed to be done today, let's get it done today. If it's due on Wednesday, if today is Monday, just get it done today. We won't have to worry about it. So that's one. Another thing is consistency. So not only if you are a procrastinator, you won't be consistent at things, right? But you will be consistent at being a procrastinator and doing things at the last minute. So let's be consistent with making sure that we incorporate good habits and good behaviors in everything that we do. So if you have a habit of waiting to the last minute to edit a video, and when you're doing it at the last minute and you've promised your following, your subscribers, that you're gonna always have a video out every Sunday, and you are literally editing the video on the Sunday, the hour before you have to launch the video. That's insane. That's crazy to me. It's very cringy because you're not going to give it your best quality. You're going to rush and do it, and people can see that. So I would say, like, be consistent in whatever time frame that you give yourself, and also with consistency comes organization. Be organized and be consistent, and I promise you, you will reap the benefits, great benefits of being successful in everything that you do if you continue to be consistent. And it'll just help too. You'll see like great health attributes from that. And lastly, oh my God, I feel like this is such a good one because I've identified throughout this year, throughout this 11 months, because the year's not over, my core group of people, my support group, my go-to, my ride or dies, we don't have to be like, why we riding and why we dying, okay? I've identified my core group of people, my village, if I must say. And I think that's so important because oftentimes, you know, we may have friends and we have people in our lives that we have to question their intentions. And I think that is more stressful. You question their intentions more than bringing them on the ride for something that's very good. And you're like, this person is stressing me out because they are not on time and they're there, but they are really not there. Like, that all goes with questioning intentions, right? And no one wants to do that. Like, we too grown and we too old. And if you're not grown, even if you're not old, you should not be doing that. No human should have to question intentions from another person. So identify your core group of people, right? Like, you can also, in a formal and mature way, let someone know that they are just not your person. You can love a person from afar, and you could create those boundaries, set boundaries, and also make sure you execute those boundaries. And that person can identify like, hey, yeah, we don't fulfill each other, and that is okay. You could mess with them in a certain capacity, but hey, on this next journey, you're not coming along, and that's fine. So identify your core group of people, because that is going to literally help you mentally. You are not going to have to question anyone. You're not going to have to be in a room with someone and feel like you're not there, or feel like someone is not excited for you or happy for you. And I feel like that's what helped me. And I've identified that like really wholeheartedly, solely, like throughout this year. And for my village, okay, clock that T, because y'all be doing y'all big one for me. And I really love that, and I truly feel that. So that is the core group of things that you should focus on in this year. And if you have things that you want to focus on this year, that is great for you. And I am here with you. I'm your buddy through it all. I would like to say thank you so much for joining me in my channel. And I will hope to see you again. Because boom, you ain't on this ride alone. I'm here with you, okay? All right. Bye.